Well, a lot of people are very excited that the Las Vegas Raiders are currently on a 2-game winning streak. I'm definitely one of them. I cannot be able to tell you how excited I am that this team is finally learning to put it together. And yes, you want to attribute it to some of the fact that obviously Josh Jacobs is a stud, had over 300 yards from scrimmage last game against the Seahawks. And yes, there's a little bit of excitement rolling. But I really actually wanted to shine a little bit of a light on actually how impressive the defense has been. Now, when I say impressive, I'm going to put the caveat out there. I'm going to make sure that I extend the olive branch. This defense, it has a long way to go. I will say that, especially in years past, it has kind of been the Achilles heel of the team. We saw some good things last year. This year, there's a lot left to be desired, especially with those named Chandler Jones. But I do think that there is a lot of good things you can take away from what the Raiders have done defensively. So in the latest game against the Seahawks, they allowed a total of 65 rushing yards from scrimmage. And you might think, okay, but they also allowed 300 passing yards. That's right. Yes, I know. They've got to be able to get after the quarterback better. I think they're like tied with the league least amount of sacks with it's like 15 or 16 sacks. And Max Crosby has 10 and a half of those. Not great. I'll extend the olive branch again. But what I really also want to make sure I shed the light on is this. So you also allowed under 100 rushing yards against the Denver Broncos, 94 yards exactly. And you might be asking yourself now, Colton, why does this matter? And to that, the only thing I can say is the fact that when you come off, and I'm pulling it up here in just a second, but when you come off a game, or excuse me, a stretch of games in which you allow a total of 5 100-yard rushing games in a row. Whoa, I don't need advertising here. But if you look here, yes, you allowed 103 rushing yards against the Chiefs. Okay, it is what it is. They're a very talented team. And then you allow 136, 108 again against the Texans, 136 against the Saints, and then 168 against the Jaguars, and 207, your highest amount of rushing yards you allowed this year against the Colts. Now, I got to be honest, my fantasy team thanks you, and it is what it is. But it was the fact that you come back from that 5-game stretch of allowing over 100 rushing yards, and then getting back to allowing under 100, especially against the team with the Seahawks that have been really good at running the football. I mean, Kenneth Walker III has been an absolute stud. I think he should be in that conversation for being the offensive rookie of the year. And quite honestly, it kind of came as a shock, but they went out, they shut down the running game, and it didn't look like that at the beginning, I'll admit that. But they went out and shut down the running game. They also ran the ball very well, which we pointed out that they should have. And quite honestly, they're finding a way to take one of their greatest weaknesses on defense, and that has been stopping the run. And this season it did improve at the beginning. You had that 5-game lull, and now you're in a spot where, yes, you are back where you want to be. But as a defense, again, I do think it's been the Achilles heel, but now we're starting to see them turn the corner. I really think that this last game with Bilal Nichols and all those, and the defensive tackles, they all really had a strong game, if you ask me, because I think it has been kind of what you would say a yawn show, because yes, Bilal Nichols and all those guys, they weren't really getting after it. To date, they only have half a sack. Chandler Jones, I'm still waiting to really see what we can get out of him. I think he's still got something to offer this team, but I really want to see him get after it. But Andrew Billings and company, I think this was the best that we've seen them play. This was the best game I've seen this interior and Max Crosby play all game long. You had Max Crosby who had a sack and a half, Bilal Nichols and all those other guys were getting after it on the edge. I would like to see a little bit more things, but you are seeing this Las Vegas Raiders defense step up slowly but surely, yes, but it's better than the alternative of allowing over 200 rushing yards and not winning that game because your offense couldn't get on the field. So you got to be excited about it. It's baby steps for this defense, little bit by little bit. I think you're going to see them continually get better. If they could just get somebody other than Max Crosby on the edges to the quarterback, I think we would be having an even better conversation. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like and a follow there. Also remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about the Las Vegas Raiders defense that is stepping up.